Okay, long time no see. So we're gonna do another Hans's Halls here for, what was it, November, December probably? We didn't do one for a while because Producer Tara was sick for a long time.
A month and a half.
How sick were you?
A month and a half.
And what kind of sick was it? You didn't have the Rona, did you?
I did not, but I had everything else.
Very good. So we're gonna get back to our regularly scheduled, partially scheduled content. Starting with the Hans Halls video. So this is for both November and December, and we didn't actually get that much. Like I didn't buy that much. Well, I'm gonna run through like this. Okay, for technically this isn't all big boxes because there's some small boxes, but the small boxes are from like the 80s, not like the newer small boxes. All right, so let's get to it. So this is Leisure Suit Larry 5. Now I've only played the first 2, 3. So I really only got this because I have, where is it? Like I have, you know, I think that's 2. No wait, that's 3. That's 1. That's 2. Like I have, so this is really more, I think I'm only missing 1 at this, no there's 6. I'm missing 2 at this point. So, just pretend I just didn't drop that. So I really only got this for the completion's sake. Producer Tara, what do you think of Leisure Suit Larry? Do you know what Leisure Suit Larry is? You don't? So it's like a womanizer guy, and that's like the whole shtick.
Johnny Bravo.
I know, like a lame Johnny Bravo, where like he's a womanizer, but he's not a good one. Like he's like a really sleazy womanizer. So pretty much the exact opposite of. Well, I don't know. Does Johnny Bravo? Do you think he's sleazy? Yeah, but he's not like a strong-armed sleazy. He's like,
well, I think I really like you. I want to go in the hot tub with you.
like that's the kind of sleazy, like that you see at a strip club kind of sleazy. Producer Tara, you're like, oh no. Producer Tara, have you ever been to a strip club?
Yes.
As a patron? What does that mean? She's just smiling at me. What does that mean?
I was just a visitor.
So was it some kind of like part? Was it a bachelorette party or something? No, for entertainment.
On a Tuesday.
A Tuesday night strip club with Producer Tara. How'd that go? Was that back in Nova Scotia? So no local. Well, not local here. Local. So why did you go?
Thought it'd be fun.
By yourself?
Female friend.
Okay, well at least I think at least a dude didn't take you to a strip club. That's gross. That's that's getting there. Hey, nice comeback. So like, okay, here's a good thing. So this girl is coming. See anything you like, Larry? And he's just looking at her ass. And there's the game designer, Rob Lowe. Okay, it's the Michelangelo. That's the pun. These fantastic features are pretty good. No typing, grope and click interface. For quick feel, one-hand action scoring. That's pretty good. How many puns did you get? How many references are in there? Our most amazing and outrageous animation ever. What do you think about that? Oh, here's a racy one. Hand-painted digitized graphics in fabulous full color, including several of your favorite flesh tones. What do you think about that, Producer Tara? Does that get you riled up to play the game? She's shaking her head, not body, but disappointment. All right, next game. Next, it's like, why do you collect these? Yeah. All right, Red Faction. Now, this is a first-person shooter, which makes Producer Tara nauseous. That's right. But watch this. Okay, ready? Look at that. That's a good reveal, isn't it? Now, the whole point of this game, Producer Terra, is that you can blow through walls, or you can blow up structure. So this is like indicative to like what the gameplay is. Like, you blow through this wall and there's a fucking war zone down there, oh my gosh! Right? Yeah, this is kind of like one of those like ahead of its time kind of games, because I really can't even today I can't really think of games that let you like literally blow up like the the world around, not to the extent of like making holes that are permanent and then you can blow through to the next room. Like that's still pretty kind of out there in like in terms of a single player game. Like you have things like if you play like Battlefield or something, you can like blow up the building and then like the building's kind of leveled, but you don't use it like strategically, like, whereas this you could like mine the wall, blow up the wall, and then that'd be an alternate way to get into the, you know what I mean? Like it's, anyway, I don't think I've ever played the multiplayer on this, but they do the classic like late 90s thing where it's like, oh, don't worry, we included the level editor, and I bet like not a lot of people used it, because why would you do that? Anyway, next game. What do you think about Red Faction? You like the color red? You like this red? Tara, what's your favorite color?
Red.
Okay. Next game? Next game. And it's also, and it's also Red Faction. That's what you'd be on. You'd be on the red. Next game. Age of Empires, Rise of Rome. Now, I only got this because I have... Get this... Get it out of here. Boop, 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 boop. See, I have the gold edition, so I wanted the standalone version of this. And then I actually don't have the actual game, like the non... So once I have this, I'll get rid of this, because I don't really like having the Game of the Year versions of things. We're going to put that down here for now. But this is just... this expansion pack for Age of Empires. I don't know what to say. What do you think of Age of Empires? Did you play it? Did you, you know that, like, Wololo meme? Okay, so in Age of Empires, it might be Age of Empires 2. You can have, there's a unit that can convert an enemy unit to your side. And so, because they're like clerics or priests or whatever, so they convert. But their attack is going, wololo, wololo, wololo. And there's converting units, and that's what they do. So there's a meme on the internet about Wololo. Anyway, that's next game. Yeah. StarCraft Insurrection. Now, Producer Terra, what if I told you this was an unofficial expansion for StarCraft? What would you say about that? Yeah, you know what? I'm full of shit. There's no unofficial... Was that... Sorry, what were you about to say? Oh. Can you do that in front of the camera? Okay. Yeah. No, there was a company that wasn't Blizzard who made a expansion pack for StarCraft, but it was authorized by Blizzard anyway. Now, isn't that kind of weird? So it's similar to... It's similar to this, Duke It Out in DC, where a different company made the expansion pack for the game. But in this, get the hell back up there. But in this case, they have like a whole campaign. Like it has a whole story, and they have I think they have voice acting? Like 3 whole campaigns, 102 maps, and 132 levels. That's pretty fucked for like something that's not made by the I don't think they include new units. Like it's not like Brood War where they include like new unit, like the actual expansion. But in terms of like in the 90s, getting 132 maps and you didn't have internet yet, this is pretty fucking baller. And Producer Terra, what do you think of that cover art? It looks very fan arty.
Very sick.
It's a really good pose, but like this looks kind of weird. This is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Like the Hydralisk. Is there a Protoss? Oh yeah, Protoss. That's kind of janky too. I didn't even notice he was there. Ugh! Right? But Producer Tara, what is one of your StarCraft memories? Let's take a
Dwight.
what was that?
Dwight dresses up.
Oh, Dwight. Yeah, he dressed up as Kerrigan. Even you knew the name. Yeah, so Kerrigan is like the Zerg queen. She was converted from a Terran. Yeah, she's similar to, who am I thinking of? Like an evil witch girl. Oh, I'm thinking of like the Borg queen from Star Trek Voyager. You know that one? Or the movie Species. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
It's very similar. They probably took the. Anyway, one of my favorite StarCraft memories. Since we have a kind of back and forth here thing going on. You have the Kerrigan, and okay, now my turn. Okay, well, my favorite memory is me and my stepdad Terry, we land. What was that? Because he was into video games for like a couple of years, and we LAN the computers together, like through network cord, which was jank at the time because it was like the late 90s or whatever. And I was the Terran, like the humans, and I forget what he was, doesn't matter. And I just pumped full of ghosts. So ghosts are like the stealth kind of guys but they can also mark stuff for like tactical nukes, which you also have you have to have missile silos for it. But I would just enrage him because I would sneak into his base because they're invisible. They have like a cloak ability. You can sneak into his base around his defenses, and then as soon as you tell something to as soon as you tell the unit to point a place for like the laser for the nuke to come down, he gets notification going like nuclear launch detected. But then he was like, but you don't know where it's is, and you have to kill the unit before the thing, like you have like 5 seconds or something, because when he puts the laser out, he becomes uncloaked. So they have a very short time to make that nuke not launch. So what I did was I got like 3 ghosts, and I just like put them at different spots. So it was like nuclear launch detected, and then he was like, oh shit, and then I nuked his base pretty hard. Because I made more than one missile silo. Anyway, but I never actually played, back to this, I never actually played Insurrection because it was like an unofficial expansion. So I don't really know much about it. Actually, no, I did read the wiki on it, and it's like, I think they made it like not canon. Like it was approved by Blizzard, obviously. But like the story they like came up with, like they're just like, oh no, it's not canon though. So it's like, you know, or I think they included characters in the books later or something. But anyway, next game. Shogo, Mobile Armor Division. Now, this is another first-person shooter, which makes producer Tara say a little louder. Nauseous. Perfect. But this one you play as a mech, like a straight-up anime mech. Like, look at this cover. That's pretty dope, right? So it's sort of like a mix of like Mech Warrior plus like a first-person shooter. Remember Mech Warrior? You know, with the polygons. Like, that's over there. I don't know much about this either. I just wanted it because it's kind of rare. And it's by Monolith, who made a lot of super cool. Oh shit! I forget what they made. But they're like a first-person shooter maker, like developer at the time. You know what? In the comments, you tell me what Monolith games there are. Producer Tara, make a note of that. What do you think of this logo? Shogo, Mobile Armor Division. And then Japanese, or yeah. It's okay. Okay, next game. Yeah, next game. Okay. We got this! We get a honk check on this?
Honk.
Honk! 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 This is a honker. The Rainbow Six Collector's Edition. Now, Producer Tara, you would assume this would just be Rainbow Six, right?
Yeah.
Do you know Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six?
do.
Like the original one?
Yeah.
Did you ever play it?
No.
But you know of it.
Yes.
But okay, first we're gonna unbox this right now because there's nothing to show. There's honestly nothing to show. There's this big honk, big strategy guide. Look at this. Who's gonna read this? Honestly. But it also includes Rogue Spear, which I guess to its credit, it's like Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Rogue Spear. But Rogue Spear was its own game, so I always just say Tom Clancy's Rogue Spear. It's not like an expansion, it's like its own standalone thing. And what's the weird thing about that is Rogue Spear had its own expansions. So it's a standalone that has its own expansion, but it also is a subtitle of the game, but it's not an expansion to that. It's chronologically confusing. But then it also comes with all the manuals and whatnot. And this lovely styrofoam. Producer Tara, given our games we've already shown, how many games actually have styrofoam in them? Basically none. I'll answer that question right now. Basically none. This is good styrofoam. Like I'm firm? Firm? Can you get a firm check? Producer Tara, can you get a firm check? You're not gonna touch it? Oh, you just did your nails. That's right. Okay. But that's it. Oh, right. And, well, actually, what's on the back? I forget. Get on there. Did I even have to open the box? It's all right here. We could have saved we could have saved the honk check. We could have saved the 2 minutes. All right, I'm gonna put it back down here. Get it off. She's giving me the broom, like, or the hook, the cane. Yeah, okay. And the rest of the game, I'm just gonna kind of fly through. Okay, so I'm gonna fly through these because I don't know what most of them are. But I know what this one is. The original Load Runner. Now, Producer Tara, how badass is this art? Oh, come on, look how much fun he's having. Okay. You know what? Also it's semi-sealed. What do you think of things like this where it's like semi-sealed? Like obviously it's not because it's like whatever. But do you think it's worth it to have the rest of the packaging on it?
Well, yeah.
Like I see the value,
Yeah.
but I don't.
Like it's pointless, but it's keeping.
It keeps everything from not
Yeah.
being stained or something.
Or rubbing off on other things or being
Right, but then it has no value of it because it's not sealed. You know. Do you know Load Runner?
Only what you.
Okay, so it's like a side-scrolling sort of puzzle game where you have to collect. It's like one of those games where you have to collect. It's like an Atari game almost, where you have to collect everything on the screen while not getting hit, like going up ladders and things. That's Load Runner. But I think it's just super cool to have like. I think it's like the OG, or pretty close to the OG. At least the OG for IBM PC. And you know it's like this is like the weird era where like it was just people just selling their games. 'Cause it's like Load Runner by Doug Green. It's just some dude in his basement who just sold it to Broderbund or whoever. So that would have been a fun time, right? When you could do that. All right, we're gonna blow through a bunch of these right now. Ninja. Don't know anything about it. I assume you're a ninja. Yeah, well, look at this. How is this supposed to be faced? Like, oh, I guess. Oh, I see. It was supposed to go through here. Like this like, hanging thing. But then it didn't. The store never put it through. So it just looks kind of weird. It is kind of ripped, though. And then we have the Train Accolade. World War II military simulation. Cool. Actually looks pretty hype, considering the graphics. Pretty fair. What do you think of those little screenshots? Look at those. You have like you're like a little gunner on a moving train.
It's cute.
Like it's pretty good considering like what the 4 colors they had to use, right? It's pretty cool. Pit Stop 2. Now, okay, this is actually kind of. First of all, this is an F1 game. Already cool, right? Look at that. That's pretty dope. Is that? Oh, is that Charles Leclerc and Lewis Hamilton? Well, not at the time. What's actually interesting about this is I actually have Pit Stop 1, but it's for Commodore 64. I have an inbox and everything. Now I have this one for IBM PC. Well, IBM PC and Junior, but isn't that interesting? Next game. Great Escape. Have you ever seen The Great Escape, the movie? It's like it's set in World War II and they're escaping from a prison. It's a really good movie. Like, it's like a classic movie. And this is, yep, it looks like yep. The year, 1942. The place, POW camp. The mission, escape. Producer Tara, what do you think of monochrome graphics like this? Like, they're charming, but, you know, I didn't grow up during that, like, era. Like, here's the thing. I enjoy, like, text-based games. Like, you know, text, you know, where it's just, like, straight text, like, move left, pick up thing. I like the charming of that more than something more advanced like this. Do you know what I mean by that? Because you almost have to use your imagination more with text, which actually makes it better. Versus this, where it's like, well, I can tell that's a guard tower, but was it worth it? Like, you know what I mean? Storm? Yeah, I was getting fucked up by the font. An action arcade for 1 or 2 players. Hey! Okay, who do you think's more attractive person on there? Girl? He looks like he's got problems. This just looks like, not Rampage. What's the Gauntlet? It looks like Gauntlet. Like a top-down, kill everything on the thing kind of game. And now, oh, this is a cool one. First Expedition. So this is, I think you're exploring an alien world, but on a boat. And you're going to, like, different things. But the cool thing is, I'm gonna unbox this now. I don't have the means to play this, to be clear. But look at this. Like, that's pretty hot, right? Like, it's, and like it's like a laminated map. That's pretty sweet. And then like all this stuff. This is the reason I got this, because of all this like cool stuff that comes, like all this lore. And it just keeps going. And look how many discs there are. There's like, they don't. Oh, look at this! So you can tell where you're going. Anyway, that's pretty hot, right? That's pretty charming. But I think it's like mostly, yeah, it's like super primitive in graphics, so they went like all out on like the extras to make it like more believable. Because like, picture all that stuff in the box, but then look at like the screenshots. So it's like, I can commend them for trying to make it even better, right? And even this is really cool. And that's it. So Producer Tara, do you have any final words for 2022 in terms of our YouTube channel? You want to be on more of a schedule?
Yes.
Producer Tara, you heard it here first, folks. Producer Tara wants to make more videos. Now, what kind of videos do you want to make? You want to start taking these apart and throwing them into and see what ticks? Yeah. She's smiling a lot. That gets you. That's exciting. I'm excited. You know what? Let's say it. I'm excited about 2023 and what it's going to bring the channel and our lives. All right. Well, I'll see you next year, which is this year. All right. Wait, what? Star? Where are you? Oh, that's what I said. We'll see you next year, which is this year. Well, next year in relation to when we got these games. All right, we're gonna cut it there. Okay. Goodbye.